Jesus, suddenly wondered. In private, the Sultana reveals to you her intent to abdicate the throne and establish a fair and equitable republic. However, she is not so naive as to think that the transition will be without difficulty, which is why she asks that you support Raban however you can in the days ahead. You agree and see relief wash over Nanamu's face, only to be replaced with confusion and terror as her body is racked by convulsions. Time seems to slow down as she falls to the floor and lies motionless, and as you rise to your feet to aid her, Taleji Adaleji and a contingent of breastplates burst into the room. The scene thus set, Taleji proclaims to all and sundry that Her Royal Majesty Nanamu Namu has been murdered with poison, and that you, the Warrior of Light, are the man responsible. Captain Nilbert of the Crystal Braves delivers you bound into the fragrant chamber and declares that you stand accused of regicide. Your bewildered allies valiantly deny Taleji's claim, but the syndicate member counters their protestations with accusations that they too had a hand in the assassination. Ludicrous as it sounds, you see fear and doubt spreading across every face in the room, save that of Rabban Haldin, a man foundering in a sea of disbelief and despair. Yet it is no words of comfort which serve to bring him back to shore, but Alegi's uncollected glee at ridding himself of the Sultana once and for all. Unable to resist, he goads the bull of Alamigo into action and is cleft in twain for his troubles, never to mock Nanamu again. Lost in fury, Raban then advances upon Loloritu, only to be taken unawares by Ilbert, who severs his arm with a single practiced stroke. His true colors thus revealed, he delights in tormenting his rival in Tadalaji's stead, going so far as to claim credit for Nanamu's murder. His rage rekindled, the general rises to his feet and in ensuing struggle succeeds in freeing you from your bonds. As he and Nilbert eye each other from across the room, Raban bids you and the Science to escape, to clear your names and see justice done, before preparing you to cross swords with the man he once called brother. Bereft of allies and bred fugitives, you and your fellow Science flee the scene, with a legion of braves and blades in hot pursuit. But it soon becomes plain that they are not to be outrun. One by one your comrades choose to remain and hold back the tide of pursuers, until at last, when you emerge from the still in ruins, you find yourself alone. For a mercy, you are soon reunited with Alphinotes at least, as well as an unexpected friend, Brennan, the peddler whom you met when traveling to Lim so long ago. Together with Pimpin Tarupin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames and Raban's adopted son, you flee the Black Bush, where Brennan asks you to wait until help arrives. The most unassuming folk can prove to be our greatest allies. That's always what the passing merchant can do, lend us aid without a moment's hesitation, or any hint of concern for his own safety. Though I cannot imagine how a man could feel inspired to risk all in your presence. Fathers spoke often of you, Joseph, and long as I look forward to our first meeting. Needless to say, it's not how I envisioned it. As a raftsman, we must not give in to despair. That will only play into our enemy's hands. So long as you and Joseph are free, we may still set things straight. Forgive me, Master Tarupin, but I... Oh, Philo, my boy, sorry to keep you waiting. Sid, what are you doing here? Pulling you out of the fire as usual. Your merchant friend told me everything. Truly? Then he is no merchant but an angel in peddler's clothing. But tell us, how do you intend to bear our friends to safety? I had the Enterprise but a short distance away. All I need is a destination. We must find a place beyond the reach of both the monitorists and the Crystal Blades. Courtiers, Kishkar will not suffer the intrusion of foreign forces in their territory. That settles it. With me, everyone. Not I fear. I must remain here. I did not depend and hold out to the monitorists and their cronies. You may be certain that they will seek to defend you, both here and in the other city-states. but know that I shall do my utmost to thwart their every effort. Frankly, I do not expect it to be much of a challenge. The small folk will not turn so easily on the warrior of light and his allies, no matter what the monetarists claim. Marshal Tarupen, I know not what to say. Now that Allah would labor to believe. But enough talk. Oh, you must go, Master Alfinot. Your airship awaits. Up, up. There's no rest for the righteous. We should make for Camp Dragonhead and speak with Lord Al-Shafant. Mayhap he will know what to do. Your promised help turns out to be none other than Sid Garland, who is prepared to spirit you away from Tanalan aboard the Enterprise. But where will you go? Somewhere beyond the reach of the monetarist and the crystal babes, both pimping offers prompting Alfinot to conclude that Corpheus is your best choice. And so you part ways with the young Vice Marshal, who swears to do what he can to clear your names and climb aboard the Enterprise. After what seems a short journey, you disembark near Camp Dragonhead, where a downcast Alfinot proposes you seek Lord Al-Shafant's counsel. Master Alfino told me of your tale, Joseph. It warms my heart that you should turn to me before all others, and I shall endeavor to deserve your trust. Alas, the situation here has grown more complicated in your absence. It would be best if I explain in full. Before the dawn. Holy shit.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault. And 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The temple knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard, and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies. You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The Falling Snows, or some such. All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Forton. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor. Agents of Uldar will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence. You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.